Another month has come and gone, so that means another monthly development blog update from 343 Industries, and your boy Patman here is going to cover said blog for you guys so you don't have to read the huge wall of text, and maybe you just like the sound of my voice. I don't know why you guys keep coming back, but I do appreciate it. Now there is a lot to go over in this video. We're going to go over several key things, including the new challenge system, an update on that. We also have a very minor Forge and PC file share update to talk about, as well as a key bindings and controls update. We will also talk about a highly requested feature, and we even have a live look-in at some of the progress that's being made as far as adjustments along the X and Y axes, as far as the weapon and view model adjustments for you high FOV players. We're also going to go over some of the Halo 2 flight that just currently ended, some of the stats from that, and then go over what is the current state of the game and the issues that 343 is aware of and the current features that they're trying to implement and what's on the back burner. Same old stuff that we always go over at the end of every month for you guys, and then we'll finally end the video with a nice little tease at a look at Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST, the next two games coming into the collection. We have some screenshots to look at of those two games for you guys. First things up, let's address the challenge system. So there's basically going to be an implementation of a kind of work in progress for the challenge system. So basically what we've seen in the flight, where you get XP rewarded based on a completion of a mission in the campaign. So each week, and this also resets at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday. Every Wednesday this is going to reset. So each week you'll be able to complete these challenges for XP, and you basically get XP rewarded to you for a mission completion through each of the games on MCC for one mission. So then if you do it on Legendary, for example, you'll get a challenge complete, but that will also subsequently unlock the heroic, normal, and easy challenge completion, and so on and so forth. So if you just want to basically maximize XP gains, you would just do it on Legendary and you unlock all the challenges for the week. You do one mission on Legendary on Halo CE, Halo Reach, Halo 2, ODST, Halo 3, Halo 4, and then it will reset every Wednesday. Now, one other minor thing to note, this can actually be done in the campaign playlist section of the game as well, just so you guys know. Now, in a future update to MCC, the full challenge system will be released. Now, that's a much broader suite of challenges that we've gone over before, and basically you'll have stuff that will reward you with XP, season points, and even unique in-game rewards for engaging with game modes and content across MCC in different ways. So some of that stuff will be seasonal, weekly, and even special events are included in this challenge system. Another new feature that will be coming with the challenge system is basically a pin feature where you could actually see your progress on a given challenge through the main menu, and you also get a notification that will appear every 10% of the way until a challenge is completed. Now, something else that they'll be adding to the main menu is a season preview that you'll see right here in this screenshot in the bottom right hand corner. Let's move on to a Forge and PC file share update. Now, nothing major here, so don't get excited. My Forgers out there, I know a lot of you are looking forward to this kind of stuff. But basically, progress is coming along for Halo Reach, with the focus basically being on improving the controls for mouse and keyboard, along with UI improvements for PC and adding support for remappable keybinds for Forge actions. In addition to the Forge functionality on PC though, they say they have an infrastructure in place for their file share system, which will require additional consideration for PC, but the goal is to support a cross-platform file share system that ensures the health and integrity of files shared in the ecosystem. Since PC gives users more flexibility in terms of what can be created and shared, which will result in new and unexpected content, they want to make sure that users understand where files are coming from and make it clear which are user generated versus built in or considered trusted. They also plan to implement an option to toggle the file visibility for those different types of categories in the near future. The next thing that I want to talk about real quick is key bindings and a controls update. So they're basically working in progress to improving the key binding functionality, including to have secondary keybinds. so users will be able to include a secondary keybind for any of the currently bindable actions and to also unbind keys with a single action. However, some of the remappable keys are considered global and they do not allow multiple keys to be bound, though there are relatively few of these according to 343. In other news, they are finally looking to add a push-to-talk support feature for controllers on PC. The plan is for the default to be the down button on the D-pad for push-to-talk, and of course this will only work when you change the setting to on in your settings for push-to-talk. Now the next thing up is probably the thing right behind challenges that I'm most excited for, and that would be the weapon and view model adjustments. So they are adding sliders into the settings menu for each weapon category that allows players to change the X and Y offset of the weapon view model. The adjustment can be previewed in the pause menu just like the FOV slider, and if players want to have more control over the offset, additional adjustments are possible for the weapons in a configuration file. Adjustments beyond what is offered in the UI are possible for custom games, however they will be limiting the adjustments made for match-made games. Now we have some images of it and I'm going to assume this is a fully cranked field of view, and the first image here is with the fully cranked field of view without any adjustments, just the default value. And then on the second image here we have a 15% offset value in both the X and Y axis. And it's a huge difference, obviously. The gun takes up way less room on the screen, which is awesome, and it looks really good. I can't wait to go ahead and play with this kind of setting. Now for those wondering, there is a future playlist schedule that is out. So on May 6th, we're going to get Griffball in on MCC. On May 13th, we will be getting Big Team Battle updated. On the 20th, will be an experimental playlist. On the 27th, we're getting the monthly feedback maintenance. And finally, on June 3rd, Shoddy Snipers will be making a return back into the rotational playlist. Now the next part of the blog just basically talked about the Halo 2 anniversary flight, and the thing that stuck out to me was that almost 175,000 people got invited to this flight, so that is a huge number. Now in the back half of the blog, as they do every month, they go over the top community reported issues and of course the global features and development status of those features. So first, let's talk about the reported issues by the community. Number one being the Xbox performance. So they are actively investigating the performance issues players are reporting. They've made some improvements that are noticeable and continuing to investigate at this time. Their goal is to bring this back to where it was prior to the launch of Halo CE, which for whatever reason, after that patch came out, there have been several performance issues on Xbox. Then we have the pistol spread for Halo CE multiplayer with higher FPS, like anything above 60. That will be resolved in their next update that they release for the game, so that is cool. Audio issues are currently continuing to be quality checked for the fixes for Reach and other titles. They hope to be able to flight this out and gather feedback soon. The stuttering issues. There is no active development being done on that at this time, but they are continuing to investigate. The menu performance. There have been some improvements in this area that are planned for a future update. If you are still encountering issues with this, please submit a ticket at the Halo support site. As far as screen tearing and VSync, some bugs that have been fixed around these issues will be coming in their next release while they continue to improve it over time. If you're encountering issues with this, please submit a ticket at the Halo support site. I'll link that down in the description for you guys in case you don't have that link. Now, as far as co-op latency, there are no updates on this one, which is really a bummer because it can get really bad at times. So there is no active development happening around improving or rewriting the network code around this area of the game. Now, the double key bindings, this work is undergoing a test pass, then will enter the bug fixing phase. From there, they will have this in an upcoming flight to gather feedback. On mouse input, this is an area of the game that they will continue to monitor and improve upon where they can. If you're encountering issues with this, of course, Halo support site. The view model development has progressed well on this. We already touched on that earlier in the video. The idle stops matchmaking. This is still on their list, but nothing new to share on this one as they continue to try to tackle higher priority issues. As far as aim assist on controller, for the mouse and keyboard players complaining about the amount of aim assist, no updates on that currently. and the achievement issues and support tickets. They have continued to fix bugs around reported achievement issues. If there are achievements that you are still encountering issues with, specifically, you guessed it, submit a ticket on the Halo support site. Now onto the global features and the status of these features as far as a development perspective. So right now, actively in development, what they're currently working on is the progression system improvements, including challenges, which was flighted, the UI improvements around the navigation, roster, customization, and many more areas of the game, text chat improvements, double keybinds, and view model adjustments. Now the stuff that is in design iteration, so it's up next basically. Additional mod support, additional video settings or options, the in-game FPS caps or adjustments, the Steam account linking, and customization improvements are next on the list after the actively in development stuff. And finally, the stuff that is in the backlog or back burner and pending further discussions. The input-based matchmaking feature that people have talked about, and that's if crossplay is enabled between Xbox and PC, which is also on this list. The regional server selection is on this list. Variable frame rate improvements, idle system improvements, bringing PC features to the console like the FOV sliders, additional accessibility support, custom game browsers, and better ways to report players are all on the back burner. To end this video and to end the blog, they basically gave us a tease of Halo 3 and ODST, some screenshots of a work in progress, and they are approaching a solid alpha build for these games, so that is really exciting. So eventually the flighting will go out, but I will let you guys take a look at the screenshots of Halo 3 here from Sierra 117 and Savo Highway, and of course Halo 3 ODST, the nice dark and rainy streets of New Mombasa. You could just hear the jazz music in the background now. I really love ODST. I've been going back and playing a lot of the campaigns, trying to get 100% completion on MCC. I'm currently 8 achievements away, and you guessed it, Lasso is the last one on the list. So I've been going through playing the campaigns, and I just have a newfound appreciation for ODST. I always liked it, but I think I like it even more now. And they also say that Halo 2 will officially release on PC not much longer from now, in the near or not too distant future. I personally predict middle of May is the latest it will launch. We might even see it next week. Okay guys, so I wouldn't be surprised. But if there is an update on that, you're already in the right place, right here at Patman Gaming. I hope to catch you guys on either a previous video of mine or a future video of mine, and I really do sincerely appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to listen to my voice, listen to this video, watch this video. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys next time. I'm your boy Patman, and I'm out.